All right.
Okay, wait. Okay. I'm just gonna need that to go a little bit slower. But I don't think I can adjust the speed. I'm not able to figure this out. How do you do this? Wait, what? Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, so... Okay, I found a tutorial for layered hair. Let me turn around and see if this looks good back in the video. Okay, so I was going to film myself like going to the gym and at the gym, but I completely forgot about that. But when I got back, okay, I also tried to find where my classes were located, but like the buildings were like closed and stuff, so I guess they won't open until like the first day of classes tomorrow. And so right now, so I went back to my dorm, and then my friend called and he was like, yo, do you want to go on a Kroger run with us to pick up stuff and like make curry for the night, like before classes start? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. And so, but I didn't want to walk all the way to where they're at because they live kind of far from me. And so I said, okay, why don't I drive over there and pick you guys up, and then we can all drive to Kroger, which is good because I also need to buy some more liners and stuff. So basically, I drove up to my friends, right? They were literally walking outside, and then I honked at them, okay? And then I said, get in, losers, right? They walked right past me. I was so confused. I was like, oh, are they mad that I called them losers or something? Huh? Because, like obviously I meant it, I said it in, like, a teasing way or whatever, right? But they walked right past me. So I parked my car, and then I sat for, like, a few seconds. I was like, are they actually mad at me? Now I feel bad, okay? So then I called one of them, and turns out they didn't even know I was, like, right in front of them, even though I honked and, like, yelled. Yeah, okay, but yeah, we were able to, like, I was able to pick them up because they didn't really walk that far. And then we went to Kroger, did a Kroger run, dropped them off at their apartment, and then Now I'm back in my dorm. I just showered, put on. Oh my gosh, let me tell you about this PJ set from Night Sweet Thing by Bridie Drake. Oh my god, it's so great. I love it, Bridie. Not that she'll ever see my videos, but girl, if you happen to see my videos from Australia, I love the PJ set. Or like for half the day, I feel like I was working on this like planner thing so that I can better manage my time this semester, because we cannot repeat what happened first semester, okay? I don't know what happened first semester. Actually, I know what happened. I think I know what happened, but like I just cannot let it happen again. And so I'm going into this semester feeling really nervous. And me and one of my friends, we're like the same major, so we were like, we gotta lock the fuck in. We decided to keep each other accountable this semester by like, after every single class, we'll meet up, we'll review what happened in class, we'll go over the notes and do practice questions, start the homework literally the day of. Like, all these, like, try to get all these habits, you know? Good morning. Time is 6 a.m. and today is the first day of classes for the spring semester. Okay. My first class doesn't start till like 9:05 a.m., but I'm like, I always wake up super early. So, let's get to it.
This is where if you have something hot next to something cold, heat gets transferred, right? So heat will be one means.
Okay, so today is January 6th, which is the second day of classes. Yesterday was F-Doc, first day of classes. Honestly, I meant to film more that day, but low-key kind of forgot. I had 3 classes yesterday. First one was at 9 a.m., and then I had one right after that, and then I had a huge gap until 6 p.m. where I have my Orgo 2 class. Yesterday wasn't so bad, I think. I think I'm just really anxious about starting this semester because I just don't want to repeat what happened academically and like emotionally, mentally last semester. I'm kind of going into the semester like anxious happy, you know, sort of like that. Me and this other friend, we also started doing our homework for thermo, because we need to legit start homework the day it's like given, so, you know, good habits. We moved to a different spot after dinner, but then, like, I don't know, I don't know. Okay, so I recently got my ears pierced, and then just, like, the whole time, or, like, toward like, the end, right before I decided to leave to go back to my dorm, my ear was, like, just super irritated. Like, this ear, it was just itchy, irritated. I didn't know why. It's still kind of, like, itchy and irritated, too, and, like, not as much as, like, this one, not as much, but I don't know. It could just be like, oh, it's still healing, and so like some irritation is like normal, but I don't know. Because especially since the saline solution that I got back home, it was like the bottle was too big to go onto the airplane, so I had to separate it into 3 separate bottles. It was kind of hard to like, I don't know, make sure the bottles were like clean and stuff so that the solution remains like sterile a lot, or like mostly sterile. So, I don't know, I'm just concerned. And also yesterday I was supposed to clean it 3 times a day, but I only did 2 times yesterday. So, when we were doing our work too, my nose just started bleeding. I was like, what the heck? It's only the first day of classes and my nose is already bleeding? What? So, yeah, I was like mid first day, I guess. I don't know. I am excited about the outfit I have on today because I feel like it's super cute, and yeah, usually last semester, like, I swear 95% of the time I wore a shirt and running shorts. Like, that was it.
So not very interesting this semester. Another thing I want to change is like my style, I guess, or like not my style, but like finding my style, and also like, you know, looking a little more put together. Trying to be like less boring with my fits. Yeah. Second day of classes, let's go.